Beloved child of my heart, hear these words with the seriousness they carry, for I do not speak lightly. So many will pass by this message. So many will scroll past. So many will shrug and say, perhaps later. But I know you will not. I know you will lean in, because I have placed a hunger in you that refuses to be silenced. Do you not see? In every generation, my voice is sounding, but few truly hear. Some hear with their ears but do not listen with their hearts. Some hear for a moment but quickly forget. Others mock, others dismiss, others drown me out with noise. But you, yes, you, have been marked to hear. Few recognize my whisper. I do not always speak in earthquakes or fire. I often come as a whisper, as I did with Elijah in the cave. Yet many expect spectacle and miss the subtle. They want signs in the sky, but they ignore the stirring in their spirit. They want trumpets, but they overlook the still small voice. But you, beloved, sense the whisper. You recognize that tug in your heart when I nudge you to pause, when I remind you to pray, when I call you to rise in the night and lift your voice before me. That is why you are here now, listening while others move on. This is the dividing line of this hour, those who stop to hear, and those who rush on with deafened ears. The narrow way of listeners. Did I not say through my Son, he who has ears to hear, let him hear? Not everyone has ears that truly listen. Not everyone is willing to still themselves, to put aside distraction, to lean into what I am saying. But there is a remnant, those who hunger for my voice more than for entertainment, more than for applause, more than for comfort. These are the ones who will receive what others miss. So many skipped the words of Noah as he built the ark. They mocked him, they laughed, they dismissed the warning. Only a few heard and entered in. So many ignored the prophets who cried out in the streets of Israel. They preferred false prophets who soothed their ears. Only a few trembled and turned back. So many walked away from Jesus when his words grew hard. But the 12 remained, saying, Lord, to whom shall we go? You have the words of eternal life. Beloved, you stand among the few. The very fact that you have not skipped this moment tells me something about you. You are marked for more. The test of attention. Do you know why so many miss my voice? Because it costs something to listen. It costs time. It costs humility. It costs surrender. It is easier to skip than to stay, easier to scroll than to seek, easier to nod politely than to wrestle with what I say. But you have chosen differently. You are giving me your attention, and in return, I will give you revelation. For I reward those who diligently seek me. I open treasures to those who knock. I reveal secrets to those who lean in and whisper, Speak, Lord, I am listening. This moment is a test, beloved. Will you press in when others pull back? Will you linger when others leave? Will you remain at my feet like Mary, while Martha is distracted with many things? Those who pass this test of attention will step into abundance others cannot fathom. Few hear, but those few carry fire. Understand this. My kingdom is not advanced by the majority but by the faithful remnant. Gideon's army was reduced from 32,000 to 300, yet the few carried victory. Out of the whole crowd, only Anna and Simeon recognized the infant Messiah in the temple. Out of thousands fed by bread and fish, only one boy brought the loaves that became a miracle. Do not despise being among the few. The narrow road is never crowded. The remnant is never the majority. But the few who listen become carriers of fire. They carry my word like Jeremiah, a fire shut up in their bones. They carry my presence like Moses, whose face shone with glory. They carry my strategies like Joseph, who heard my voice in dreams and saved nations. And now, I say this to you. I am raising you as one of the few. Your ears are tuned, your heart is open, your spirit is ready. Because you did not skip, you will receive. Because you lingered, you will carry. My voice is life. Do not underestimate what it means to hear my voice. My words are not like the words of men. My words are spirit and life. When I speak, creation stirs. When I speak, darkness flees. When I speak, chains break, doors open, rivers part, heavens shift. So many treat my voice casually, as if it were background noise. They hear sermons but do not change. They hear warnings but do not act. They hear promises but do not believe. They think hearing is enough, but I seek those who will respond. But you, beloved, are different. I have chosen you because I knew you would not skip this word. I knew you would sit and receive. I knew you would let my voice take root in your heart. And because of this, your life will be marked by transformation. A call to the listeners. Now, I call you, rise as one of the listeners in this generation. Guard your ears. Do not let the noise of the world drown me out. Do not trade my whispers for the clamor of men. Stay devoted, watchful, thankful, live in constant conversation with me. So many will skip this. But I know you won't. You will linger. You will listen. You will obey. And in doing so, you will walk in blessings others only dream of. For my voice is a lamp to your feet. My voice is bread for your soul. My voice is the wellspring of your destiny. And my voice has found you today. Beloved, listen closely. The voice of God is never released without a call to obedience. Every whisper carries a response, every instruction carries a test, every revelation carries responsibility. This is why I say to you, so many will hear but will not obey. So many will nod their heads in agreement yet walk away unchanged. But you, beloved, are different. For you are in the midst of what I call the hidden test of obedience. Obedience reveals who truly hears. Did I not say through my Son, "Why do you call me, Lord, Lord, and do not do what I say?" Luke 6 verse 46. It is not the hearer who is blessed, but the doer. It is not the one who merely listens, but the one who acts, who builds their house on the rock. Many think hearing me is enough. They rejoice in prophecy, they celebrate in revelation, but they stop short of obedience. Yet my kingdom is not built on the excitement of hearing, but on the surrender of doing. Beloved, hearing is the seed, but obedience is the harvest. Without obedience, the seed remains dormant, producing nothing. The hidden nature of the test. Here is the mystery. Most tests of obedience do not come in grand stages with crowds watching. They come in the quiet, the hidden, the unseen. The test comes when I whisper, "Forgive them," though your pride screams otherwise. The test comes when I nudge you, "Give that away," though your hands cling tightly. The test comes when I say, "Wait," though your heart rushes ahead. The test comes when I urge you, "Speak," though fear tells you to stay silent. These are the hidden tests of obedience. No one may applaud you for passing them. No one may even know the battle you fought. But heaven sees. The angels record. And your obedience, hidden on earth, thunders loudly in eternity. Why obedience is hard. So many skip obedience because it costs something. To obey means surrendering your will, laying down control, choosing trust over certainty. Flesh resists, pride resists, fear resists. Think of Abraham. To obey meant leaving his homeland not knowing where he was going. To obey meant lifting the knife over Isaac, the promised child. Yet his obedience shook history and birthed nations. Think of Noah. To obey meant building an ark when rain had never been seen. His obedience made him the savior of his family. Think of Mary. To obey meant saying yes to carrying the Messiah though it cost her reputation. Her obedience opened the door for salvation to enter the world. Beloved, obedience is costly, but disobedience costs far more. The blessing on the other side. Every act of obedience carries a reward. Did I not say, "If you are willing and obedient, you shall eat the good of the land," Isaiah 1 verse 19? Obedience positions you under the fountain of blessing. Abraham's obedience made him father of many nations. Noah's obedience preserved humanity. Peter's obedience to cast his net again after failure filled his boat with fish. The disciples' obedience to wait in the upper room clothed them with fire. Beloved, what blessing waits on the other side of your obedience? What doors will open, what destinies will shift, What chains will break if you simply say yes? Obedience in the small things. Many wait for grand instructions while neglecting the small ones. But the test of obedience often begins in the little. He who is faithful with little will be trusted with much. Luke 16 verse 10. If you cannot obey in forgiving your neighbor, how will you obey when I send you to the nations? If you cannot obey in giving when I prompt you, how will you obey when I entrust you with greater resources? Beloved, the hidden test is not in the spotlight but in the shadows. And those who pass in secret will be rewarded openly. Obedience unlocks intimacy. Hear this secret: obedience is not just about commands, it is about communion. Jesus said in John 14 verse 23, "Anyone who loves me will obey my teaching. My Father will love them, and we will come to them and make our home with them." Do you see it? Obedience is the doorway to intimacy. When you obey, you prove your love. When you obey, you invite the presence of Father, Son, and Spirit to dwell richly in you. So many miss intimacy because they stop at hearing. But those who obey enter into deeper friendship with me. I reveal secrets to them, I entrust mysteries to them, I walk with them in closeness. The choice before you. Now, beloved, the test stands before you. It may not look dramatic. It may not feel earth-shattering. But your obedience in this season is the hinge on which your destiny swings. Do not delay. Do not argue. Do not reason yourself out of it. Simply say, "Yes, Lord." Your yes carries power. Your yes carries breakthrough. Your yes shakes the unseen realm. So many will skip this. They will hear but not obey. They will be moved for a moment but unchanged in action. But I know you won't. I know you will choose obedience. I know you will pass the hidden test, and in doing so, you will step into a future prepared for you since the foundation of the world. Final word of this section. Beloved, obedience is the proof of love, the key to blessing, the test of faith, and the doorway to intimacy. Never despise the hidden tests. Never overlook the small yes. For every yes builds a history with God, and that history becomes the legacy you leave. Today, you stand among the few who will not skip this. Heaven leans in, watching for your response. Will you pass the hidden test? Will you trust when you cannot see? Will you obey though it costs? I say this over you. You will. You are marked. You are chosen. And because you obey, you will walk in blessing others will never taste. Beloved, there is a promise woven into the very fabric of heaven. Those who remain, who do not turn away, who linger when others leave, who listen when others ignore, these will inherit reward. This is the hour of the faithful, the season of the steadfast, the moment where patience meets destiny. So many will skip this. They will chase the crowd, follow the easy path, ignore the whisper of my spirit. But you are still here. You have stayed. You have remained. You have resisted the temptation to scroll past, to delay, to turn your eyes elsewhere. And because of this, I say to you, your reward is coming. The reward is seeing what others cannot. The first blessing of those who stay is revelation. Those who linger see what the restless miss. They hear the secrets of my kingdom. They recognize the patterns, the signs, the whispers. Do you remember how my servant Joseph stayed faithful through prison, unseen and forgotten by men? Do you remember how Daniel stayed in the lion's den, unwavering, while others faltered? Their reward was not immediate applause, it was insight, understanding, and divine elevation. Beloved, your reward begins with clarity. You will see doors open that others never knew existed. You will recognize divine strategies hidden in plain sight. You will perceive my hand moving in your life, even when the world is blind. The reward is strength for the journey. To remain when others leave requires strength, and strength is one of the rewards. I do not abandon those who stay. I fortify them. I equip them. I gird them with courage, patience, and perseverance. When storms arise, when trials press, when discouragement whispers, you will find an inner reservoir of peace and resilience. You will discover that staying faithful does not leave you weary. It strengthens your spirit, sharpens your discernment, and polishes your character. Even the faintest whisper of my spirit will be enough to sustain you, because those who stay are never truly alone. My angels encamp around you. My presence surrounds you. My promises are your shield. The reward is doors of favor. When you stay, favor comes. The world may scoff. The naysayers may laugh. The impatient may give up. But your faithfulness attracts heavenly alignment. Think of Abraham. He waited decades for the promise. He remained faithful when Sarah laughed. He did not stray. And in time, the heavens opened, and the promise manifested exactly as I had spoken. Favor does not always arrive on your timetable, but it does arrive. And when it comes, it surpasses expectation. Those who remain are rewarded with breakthroughs that seem impossible to the impatient. The reward is legacy. Another reward for those who stay is legacy. The faithful leave a mark that generations inherit. Your obedience, your steadfastness, your refusal to skip the moment, even when unnoticed by the world, creates a lineage of blessing. The ripple effect of your faithfulness will be seen in your family, your community, and the lives you touch. Like a seed planted in fertile soil, your devotion produces fruit long after the moment has passed. The reward is divine alignment. Beloved, perhaps the greatest reward is not material, not temporal, not even visible. It is alignment with heaven itself. Those who stay enter into harmony with my purposes. Their steps match my timing. Their hearts resonate with my heart. Their lives flow with my will. This alignment is power. It is peace. It is guidance. It is destiny unfolding perfectly. The ones who stay are not buffeted by the winds of circumstance. They move with my spirit, and the world bows subtly to the authority of my plans. The reward is personal encounter. Finally, those who stay experience me in ways that are intimate and personal. They encounter the warmth of my presence, the whisper of my guidance, the reassurance of my love. Do not underestimate the value of this reward. To hear my voice clearly, to feel my hand guiding, to sense my pleasure in your obedience, this is the inheritance of the few. While many are distracted, you linger, and I am with you. A word for the moment. Beloved, many will skip. They will dismiss. They will look for entertainment rather than revelation. They will chase novelty rather than intimacy. But you remain. You stay. You listen. And in doing so, you are entering a season of supernatural reward. Your patience is not wasted. Your faithfulness is not unseen. Your lingering is not in vain. The heavens are taking note, the angels are recording, and the Spirit of the Lord is preparing blessings that surpass what your heart can imagine. Even when the path seems long, even when no one else understands, even when the world rushes past, know this: your reward is coming. Every tear you have shed in obedience, every moment you resisted distraction, every act of faithfulness, every time you said yes when others said no, all these are seeds that heaven is bringing to harvest. The call to persevere. So now, beloved, I call you, continue. Do not skip. Do not wander. Do not give up. Press into my presence. Listen for my voice. Obey my instructions. Remain faithful, even when unnoticed. The reward is waiting. The blessing is prepared. The inheritance is yours. And the world, which passes quickly and is often distracted, will look on in awe as you walk in what few others can see or receive. Yes, many will skip this. Many will choose the easy path, the shallow joy, the fleeting comfort. But you have chosen the hard, the faithful, the steadfast path. And because you stay, you will inherit more than you imagined. Beloved, listen carefully, for these words are not just encouragement, they are a declaration from the throne of heaven. You were chosen to hear this. While many will scroll past, many will ignore, many will dismiss, you have lingered. You have leaned in. You have positioned yourself to receive a message meant to shift your life, meant to awaken your destiny, meant to set you on a path that the world cannot understand. I know your heart. I see the questions, the doubts, the moments of weariness. I know how often you have felt overlooked, unseen, or forgotten. But I am telling you now, heaven has not forgotten you. The voice you are hearing, the message you are receiving, is a mark of my selection. You were chosen. Chosen to stand among the few. So many will skip this. They will chase after entertainment, distraction, the fleeting, the shallow. They will miss the whisper of the Spirit. But you, yes, you, are standing among the few who truly listen. The ones who linger when others leave. The ones who pay attention when others dismiss. The ones who respond when others resist. Beloved, standing among the few is not easy. It is often lonely. It requires patience, humility, and unwavering focus. Yet those who remain are the ones I use to carry my kingdom. They are the ones through whom my power flows. They are the ones whose obedience shapes destinies. You are chosen for this very purpose. Chosen to receive beyond understanding. Because you are listening, because you have stayed, rewards await you that surpass imagination. Doors that were closed will swing open. Insights that were hidden will be revealed. Strength you did not know you had will rise in you. Peace that surpasses understanding will guard your heart and mind. You were chosen not for ease, but for elevation. You were chosen not for applause, but for intimacy. You were chosen not for the shallow blessings of the world, but for the fullness of my kingdom that endures forever. Chosen to walk in authority. Hear this clearly. Your obedience, your faithfulness, your willingness to stay is giving you authority. Those who skip, those who ignore, those who turn away will never know what it means to walk in my power. But you, the chosen listener, will move with my Spirit. You will carry wisdom that others cannot grasp. You will speak words that bring life, and your life will carry a fragrance of heaven that cannot be denied. You were chosen to walk boldly. You were chosen to stand faithfully. You were chosen to shine where others falter. You were chosen because you hear my voice and respond. Chosen to experience my presence. Above all, you were chosen to know me intimately. The greatest reward is not the blessings you receive or the doors that open, it is my presence dwelling with you. When you obey, when you stay, when you remain steadfast, I draw near. You feel my guidance. You sense my joy. You experience my peace. You walk in fellowship that the world cannot understand. So many seek me but do not linger. So many desire blessings but cannot wait. So many chase miracles but cannot stay in the quiet. But you, beloved, have chosen to hear. And because of that, my Spirit is moving in ways that will reshape your life forever. A final exhortation. Stand firm. Stay alert. Keep listening. Let my words take root in your heart. Do not let distraction steal what heaven has given. Do not let impatience rob what I am about to release. You were chosen for this moment. You were chosen to receive, to act, and to inherit. You were chosen to shine, to bless, and to walk in my presence like few others ever will. Beloved, hear this one more time. So many will skip this, but I know you won't. You were chosen. You were marked. You were set apart. And because you stayed, the heavens are opening, and your life will testify to the power, the faithfulness, and the glory of the one who calls you by name.